Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review, where me and my homegirl Erin can let you know about the What's Going Down episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, Episode 9. Everybody, please help me welcome Erin to the stage.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. Good morning on a Sunday. Good brunching. Good brunching on a Sunday.
Okay, and happy Women's Month. What a wonderful way to bring it in with the queens of RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay?
Yes, a little friendly reminder. Blow some cinnamon through the front of your door. Just a little blow for prosperity for the month.
Yes, that means you're on the outside and you blow it in. Not like what I did the first time. And I was on the outside. Step out to step in.
Yes.
Yes. And you got till another 12 hours and 56 minutes to do so, or you're going to miss out. Anywho. Well, y'all, we winding down. Everybody looking good. It's just hard at this point.
Right.
People crying when folks leave because everybody's good. Everybody has a chance. We're winding down. It's that time of the season.
It is. Well, and I realize now with how things shook out, RuPaul, they wanted the end folks that they got to duel. We knew that was coming. We knew that there was going to be that moment no matter what. So whatever shenanigans whatever choices of eliminate came up, it was coming to get them here. Because we were destined to be here no matter what.
And how controversial it was tonight. Oh my gosh. But again, we're down to the wire, and it is what it is, y'all. In case you're sleeping under a rock and you're not following the best of the best, family members. They already let Mia go, who was a part of the Florida crew. So Florida crew was winding on down, and based on judging not each other's alliances. So I don't think any more alliances going to be happening for the rest of the season.
Well, there were so many Florida girls that they got it. They had to start. But I thought this was good.
Yeah, it was.
Cute little episode. A good musical. Okay. I like it better than I like some other ones, for sure.
Yeah, for real.
And I don't think it was necessarily my fave, but it was very good.
It really was. Even the panel was like, everybody did great. Even Kenya, she knew her line. She was like, I can't let me not knowing these words, mess me up. Pretty much that's what they're saying. So, because, I was like, she's going to be next. Because, her reputation precedes herself. I'm just saying with these words.
Yeah, but you know what? This is why they kept her. In my humble opinion, she really pulled it out. She was the voice of a ball. She had that, "Are you ready?" That bounce that I can't even, that I shouldn't even have tried to do. But she had that. She popped in this. And I think that's why they kept her, because they knew that given the right kind of situation, she could, she had it in her to be a bright spot. But I also...
You know what? Keep talking. I'll be right back. Yeah. Keep talking.
Well, and they're gonna get her. That's why she's gonna be eliminated. They're gonna get her on not knowing the words. That's coming. Maybe next episode. I don't know. But because Jamal brought it up again when he was critiquing, he said that it seemed to be when she was really concentrating on dance moves, which I thought was actually a good critique to highlight, because I feel like that's something that a seasoned performer works out just through doing. And now that Kenya is going to go tour, she's a Rue girl. She's absolutely going to have her time in the sun. She's just going to get better at that. And her performance is going to polish and get honed. So I absolutely think that, she's got the raw talent, and that will just be continued to be polished as she carries on as a queen. I mean, because they pick some queens with less experience on purpose for obvious reasons. Because if you did a bunch of Athenas and Mias, like, you would have a herd of mid-grade performers with highlights, because we all know Mia's a great dancer. Athena had kind of a polished look overall with what she was doing. How polished is up for debate on everyone's opinion, but I think we can all agree that it was obvious that Athena, although kind of weak in the dancing and stuff, was still a working seasoned drag performer. But if you get all of that, then you're kind of especially when you're all fighting for the middle, where that's not the rhythm of the show. The rhythm of the show is there are some queens, it's very obvious, 1, 2, 3, pork choppery. We know that they're going to go quickly, and we're not that sorry to see them go. And then we get to the part where we get attached, like we are now, and we cry at the end, like I did.
Well, let's get on in it, right? Rue is there. She's coming through. Oh, I forgot to say one pivotal thing. The whole entire show, I think it was a full show. You know how I've said we only had this, we only had that. We had the pit crew come through for a mini challenge and a whole big old maxi challenge. Of course, it's the Rusical. We had talent come in and coach the girls on voice, also choreography, lip sync. We had everything, or did they miss something? I think they had everything going on, and runway.
Yeah, you usually get a great episode when you have a Rusical. I did think it's interesting. I feel like they're doing less mini challenges this season than before. Because but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I just feel like there maybe were, but I think they've kind of whittled it down to maybe 2 or 3 now. So, but this one was cute. I thought it was funny. It was well placed.
For sure. Speaking of funny, I think when Rue came down the stairs approaching all the ladykins, she mentioned, would anyone like some ice cream? I'm just saying. Rue is giving ice cream parlor realness. Is that what they call it? I just want the pants to be longer. Why are they so short?
I know. What are you doing? I know you're really tall, but you have so much money. This is unacceptable.
Oh, they are long. Why are they bunched up like that, child? Fluff them out. I thought you was flooding. Look.
It's a choice.
Girl, you might as well be flooding. Shoot, we going with our first mind. Fluff them pants out. And look at what wrinkle.
At least it's a flat shoe instead of a giant platform looking crazy.
and they're both
honestly, I bet you those pants were still just a little short and they chose to do that little cuff. But anyway.
Girl, even the pants is tucked, Jesus. Okay. So Rue is there giving all the ladykins the lowdown for the week. And like I said before, it's a full week of shenanigans, y'all. So he's giving all of the info on the mini challenge. It's called Grinder. I hardly know her. Okay, so this is the match game, not the snatch game, but this is when they have to. They're asked a series of questions, and they whoever all of them has to match, not all of them, but the most matches of all of them. That whoever that they're talking about gets the point. So if they're asked which of these would most likely have a Grinder account, just just a vague question, and most of them chose Athena, then Athena gets the point.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Right back.
Okay. I thought it was everybody. Whatever. You pay better attention than me. I feel like this is where I fell down a little bit. I thought it was everybody. If you do what most everybody does, then you get a point. Like, but I don't know. Anyway, it was very funny how they all Athena. Like, it's so funny how like people just stand out in certain ways, and you don't necessarily have to be the best to get some kind of memorable moment, truly. So Athena was the easy choice, but I like how Kenya chose herself for who's going to get eliminated next, because she said, I know how these heifers are voting, so I'm going to lean into what I know to be true. Thought that was a funny little move.
And so they're all excited, right? And again, we're dwindling down. I think about half the heifers we had when we started, right? And so the pit crew comes in and they're asking a series of questions. You know how they do, child. They just going through the motions. And so they got two folks from pit crew. These are new guys. They seem a little nervous. They just had this strange looks on their face. They was just standing there, just looking a little scared. But yeah, y'all, it was a cute little situation. And then we find out these are the two winners. They were mentioned the most in their in this game. They mentioned the series of questions. Who would blah blah blah? Well, these two were the who were. And here we are, the two heifers. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Now, what I liked about this game was, it's all done in fun. Nothing is hateful and no one seems to get upset when it comes to this particular game, which I'm so cool about. I'm so cool about that. And he also mentions the Rusical Fanny, the hard knock life, where it's a drag to riches story of Fanny, a young orphan with big dreams and a bigger ass. Like, what is going on? What is
They love a dirty pun. They love a dirty pun.
And like I mentioned, they got Leland coming in with the voice technique.
Do you recognize him now? Because remember, he was a judge earlier, and I told you I mentioned. So I just thought I would highlight. There he is. I think he has different hair. Wasn't he blonde before? Anyway, just saying. There's Leland for your reference.
And here's Gabe, where we learn he passed.
Terrible.
Do you know what happened?
I do not.
Well, may he rest, and they give an ending that I thought was appropriate. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, very sad.
And also, the incomparable Jamal Sims is there. They help with the choreo, as well as Carlos Basquiat. Yes,
Basquiat, House of Basquiat. My goodness.
And they tear it up, rip it up. They showing these heifers how to dance, pose. It's some folks that just don't know how to spell rhythm, let alone use it. But that's okay. Everything ain't for everybody. But they all did good.
And
according to
ballroom really does ask for you to have some rhythm. Like, and if you don't, just know that you are lucky. Be a beautiful attendee. Because you got to respect what ballroom brings.
I love a good ball. And he's from Legendary, for those who watched those couple of seasons. Oh, I wish that show could have continued, but they didn't.
Me too. I know. And check Carlos Basquiat out, like on YouTube or Instagram or something, just to get an example of him really showing out. That man is incredible, showing you that age is just a number. Because when he hits the floor, it's like, wow.
So let's get into this maxi challenge. We're done with the mini challenge. And also, just to remind you that the two winners, Kenya and Discord, was able to win and split $2,500, which is wonderful. We love a good coin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with $12.50.
A little tippery in his dancery.
Okay. So let's get into the maxi challenge of it all. Yes, Rue, give us face, body, show these heifers how to do it. I love this look. I'll be right back.
I loved this look, except I did not love the wig. Whoever, if you're watching, listening, whoever is doing Rue's wigs this season, I see the vision. Y'all want the swoopy bob. Y'all want the interesting directions. But I just didn't love the coiffedness of it. It felt a little messy. And I wanted that to be a little different because of the dress. So that's just a minor note. That is the fly shit out of the pepper, as they say. Somebody just that on one of the shows that we watch just said that. That's a saying that my dad has been saying forever. So it was really funny to hear. It might have even been on this show, but I don't remember. Anyway, because we watch a lot of shows. Beautiful dress. Anyway, beautiful gowns. And the hair, honestly, it really does stand. But when we got closer, I was like, not my fave. You guys are doing this a lot. Like, it's a few misses and mostly hits. I was interested to see what Benny Blanco, what vibe he was going to be bringing to the thing. He was very subdued for how he can be. And I love Jamal. Always welcome him. I miss TS. I need a TS sighting. Hello, someone needed to get her back. I need her. I would actually prefer TS be a permanent judge. We all know who we think that we could get rid of. Hee. And yeah, was Carson? No, Carson was last week. We have Jamal. But always love these folks. Always appreciate when it's someone I can recognize. I'm sure Juicy does too, because she didn't know who Brooke Shields was. But
okay. Well, I got one more pop up and I'll be done.
Right. Perfect timing. I was stalling out.
So, okay, Rue is looking wonderful, fabulous as always, right? And I just love that look. I'm just saying, it's just really nice. And of course, our judges, Michelle Visage from the East Coast Visages, yes. Jamal Sims from the Choreo Sims.
Her look was cute. I liked this. I thought it hit. I love the kind of like mod. She almost reminds me of Cher. The lace and the whatever was hitting. It wasn't making her look flat as a pancake. It all worked nicely for me. Nicely done, Michelle, tonight.
Really cute.
Yep.
And Benny Blanco of the Blancos.
Selena's husband.
know where he's from.
He's a very prolific producer.
I love his hair, little curly.
Yeah, and he's
curly
married to Selena Gomez.
Oh, okay, that's why they did that record. I was like, what's going on? Okay, good for them.
Yeah, he's a very prolific director or producer. He's worked with like everybody. So
good for him. I
yeah.
think I may after I think about it, I think I have heard his name over the years.
He's in the zeitgeist now as a pop culture figure.
Okay, so here we go. The lead, Fanny, taken from the movie Annie, of course, played by Mikey Meeks, and her dog Brandy, played by Darlene Mitchell, doing well.
I love
Even
Darlene.
in what do you call it? Even in rehearsal, they find that Mikey Meeks' voice is just so incomparable to everything that they're working with. They're just amazed at all of her skills and talents. Her theaterism is just, not to be played with. So I was I was, I was impressed. She did real good.
I mean, Mikey's a theater kid. The story arc about it, she's cute. She's a good voice. It's not the best we've had of the Broadway kids. I love that they had Plasma doing the pit stop, by the way. Shout out to Plasma. The glow up on your makeup is just astonishing. Beauteous lady. I'm very much a fan of Plasma's polish. Side note. I love Darlene. Darlene has become the Miss Congeniality of the season. They don't really do that much. They don't do it consistently anymore, but she wins the Miss Congeniality vote for the most lovable personality. So cute. I'm going to be really sad when she goes. But Mikey is absolutely a performer, and I think she did a solid job for sure.
Okay, I would like for you to talk about this intro, and I'm gonna catch up with you after. Give me like a
All
minute.
right. Well, I think that what they said was very true. Kenya just swallowed Juicy whole because the personality popped out immediately, and the charisma, and she did a wonderful job. She had all that you're looking for in a musical. Like I don't even care if she was kind of like playing ballroom. Nobody needs to be super authentic in this moment. That's like not what it's about. It's about, can you give me a fun, engaging, can you pull me in with your performance? And that's exactly what Kenya did. And Juicy is a great dancer, executed all the moves and did a serviceable job. It wasn't like, oh, it's so bad. No one did that. We've had that in a musical before, but it just, there was this moment to make her. I think Carrie Colby would have annihilated this role. She would have pulled out that pris, beautiful face girl. Like we needed a big personality to go along with this to balance out Kenya in a different way. So, and that's where I think, she just, it was just a quieter performance. And in a duo, you really need them both to be able to hold their own. And that's what we were kind of missing here. But Kenya was cute. I didn't notice she didn't, the word thing. I just thought her voice when she came on, she had that affect and rhythm that ballroom has, and I was immediately pulled in. So good for her. Good for her. She proved why they kept her around. For sure. And how did you all like, put it in the comments. How did you all like Annie? I feel like I guess Fanny. I'm surprised they haven't done it before. And I feel like they have, maybe. I don't even know. But I thought this was cute. I wondered if like maybe they could have done a little bit more of a timely one, but I'm just nitpicking because I'm holding the fort down. And shout out to all of you who are enduring my practicing at just speaking by myself on somebody else's channel. She will be back momentarily.
I agree with everything you said.
I bet you do.
But I like. Yeah, go ahead.
Just for your reference, I thought Kenya just dwarfed. I mean, just dwarfed Juicy. She was just the one to watch.
Yes, and I was shocked at the level of I guess just how can I say, it's not professionalism, but with I would expect Juicy to blow Kenya out the water, specifically with technique and dance, but Kenya has so much charisma. She had, she played into the role, and for what she lacked, she made up in other areas that outshined Juicy. I was shocked.
Kenya's stage presence, just overall,
stage presence.
It absolutely shone through. And like I said, they showed why they kept her, because they knew that they could potentially get something like this out of her.
And her outfit looked better. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, Juicy really could have been, I think Carrie Colby would have knocked this role out of the park. She really, you need that snobby face. I'm beautiful, I'm all the things. So shout out to Kenya, because I thought she just really brought it as a great performer in the Rusical. It was fun. I enjoyed her very much. The energy was great.
And Athena did good. She looked great, but her performance was a little less than how she looked. Just saying, it could have been a little more pompous, because she had that pompous read on her, and how she was the boss and everything she says goes types of thing, So what's her name? Big who? I forget what her name was in this show. But overall, again, everybody did a real good job. This is one of the best musicals I have seen in a long time. Even the fit was nice, but I don't know, it could have been just a little more polished, in my opinion,
Yes. I think it was a Big Mama or something instead of Daddy Warbucks. Something anyway. I agree. Everyone did a serviceable job. Everyone did good enough, in my opinion. That's the thing. This was a cute musical because nobody sucked terribly. But I just think that Athena kind of has one note of performance capability. Like, this kind of reminded me of her talent performance, right?
Yeah.
This kind of reminded me, it's like always the same. And what we're looking for is for you to lose yourself a little bit in a different character. And so it was totally serviceable. I just feel like I've already seen Athena this is what Athena does, is what I would say. And so if somebody were worse, I'd absolutely call her a low safe. But because we're at where we're at, I think, it just showed. That Dr. Seuss comment was funny from Michelle.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. Can't stop thinking that after she says it.
So now we have Discord and Amy Coco giving hip-hop realness. These was most of the struggle bus was with these two, but again, they pulled it off. They did their best, which was good enough. Hello. I didn't have anything really bad to say. I mean, the obvious was the obvious, but I really didn't have anything bad. I like their fits. I like how it all came together. Good for them.
You know, this is what's interesting. I think obviously Nene is not going home. And I think they did well. They were safe to me because they were very much a little unit. They took this hip hop thing and kind of made it rock and roll, which was fine. That was kind of funny. I think Discord really shines when she does that little punk kid. Her like personality comes out. So I think they were a low safe for me. If you had a different strategy about the cast that you wanted to end up with, you could honestly put one of them on the bottom. I think because they were a little flat. But I also thought together as a little unit, they did the job. They did the job, and Nene, you need to be glad that Mikey took that role, that reverse psychology worked, which was hilarious because you wouldn't have been able to handle it.
Thank you for touching on that point because that was a big thing when they were getting ready. It was between Mikey and Nene to where, they both were vying for the lead role. And I think Untucked, where Nene apologized, said, "Girl, I'm so glad that you did it because you did it better than me. I apologize." So, hats off, kudos, all the good things. So that's what I'm liking about this group. They're not so on trying to win or thinking of ways that they're being sabotaged, or it's that's not there like it was the previous show that we recorded. It was a lot of paranoia as far as who's doing something to whom. Like, girl, just do your thing. But I love that. So big ups to Nene. She did good.
No, I love this too. We're not having a Mistress Isabel Brooks season. Shout out to Mistress. Love you, lady. But like,
Hey,
good
Mistress.
God. Good God. Like we know, we know what I don't want season after season of that. Yeah, it's like too much of one thing. Because it's a very strong flavor. I appreciate Nene has a really funny personality to me. She overthinks everything. And it's really funny the way Mikey like steered that situation. And I really respect that Nene said I can admit when I'm wrong. Like I try to do that as well. I always try to like look at something and be like, where did I contribute to the situation? Right. And so the fact that she came over and said, I'm sorry that or like you don't even have to say you're sorry. It's fine to want to do something, but acknowledge that like you were right for this. I'm glad this worked out the way that it did because you should be doing this role. That was cute. I like it. Shout out to Mikey too for realizing a little reverse psychology might do the trick.
Girl, I had to go sneeze so bad. Oh my gosh. Anyway, moving on. Jane Don't stole the show, y'all. She had in her mind that she wanted to be first. She wanted it to be chosen. She needed to shine, and she sure the fuck did. Okay,
she really did. It was like undeniable. At first, I was like, "Oh no, are they gonna give it to Mikey because she's doing well?" Like, but I was like, "No, this stole the show." And I really love Seattle Girls. I gotta say, Irene the Alien, Bosco, Jane Don't, that crew from that little group, I really do find impressive.
It must be the moisture in the air.
They're well hydrated. They're hydrated pale ladies.
Great skin, just saying, great skin.
Never out in the sun. White as milk toast, and they're just totally, leaning into it, trying not to age like a Hirachi, because that's what happens to us white women in Florida.
Well, whatever. But I do like the acrobats and things that Jane Don't was doing what they call it in theater? The where she's her the physical comedy, and I think I don't know what it's called, y'all. It slipped my mind, but she did all the things. She wasn't just giving a show of, like they said, singing and dancing. She was comical. She was, she it was just, she gave a complete show to where I can see this going on. I would pay to see a show like this.
Yeah, she's a seasoned performer, and it showed. Every choice, facial expressions, the physical, the performance of it, like you said, the physical comedy that was infused in the entire number, the cartwheel split. I mean, the whole
Jinx,
thing.
remind me
Yeah,
of Jinx Monsoon.
absolutely, you know, and
Jimbo.
that kind of knows you have a winner. I'm just gonna say I felt some hints of like, I think this is our winner.
And
So
she's
yeah.
always, safe, and she shined tonight. She really did.
Absolutely. If you didn't give it to her, it would have been,
And that's
Mikey. Yeah. Well, because Mikey was a solid second, truly. And so, but I hate it when they do that crap where they don't give the winner the win for whatever reason. But I think they were saving her second win for this moment. That's why they didn't do it before. And she deserved it. It was great.
And how it always is. And if you don't know, when they're giving their performance, i.e., audition, or when it's their turn to shine in the show, this was the part, not just the beginning where we saw the introduction. Of course, it's about Fanny, but this particular scene is where they were giving it. They were, what they call it, turning it. They were doing. They did what they gave. They what I say gave what. Give.
They did what needed to be done.
Thank you. They did what needed to be done. And it all just came out so well. And she did her thing, both of them. But yeah, I was surprised. Darlene was really keeping up.
Darlene knows where her lane is, and that's an important thing about a drag queen, because if you can kind of like understand on Drag Race that you're wherever you're at, that you probably aren't going to win, but you can really lean into what kind of makes you. Unforgettable. Everyone has fallen in love with Darlene at this point. So they needed to make Fanny's butt bigger.
I was thinking that, I thought it would be a little more padded. Well, she says she's natural fine, but I would have liked to see it
Yeah, we needed more. We needed to be a few sizes more ridiculous.
Like last week, Darlene's, Dolly Parton imitation was not. Yep. Everybody said, "Well, how come the tits ain't bigger?" Well, because that butt. I was like, okay, where's the butt?
Yeah, we needed like Briar's butt,
bigger.
Yeah,
we needed
more booty. If it's about your Fanny, and that's the whole joke, we need a little bit of an absurdness to the booty, not like
exactly.
Is that normal?
Just enough, like that, but not overly ridiculous looking. Just maybe 3 times that time.
Yeah.
But it was good, y'all. A good time was had. And if you didn't see it, go back and watch it. It is so good.
It's cute. It was cute. They did a great job.
What else happened, y'all? Okay, that was it for the musical.
Yeah, they had cute little energy.
Yes. So, of course, we're going to find out who did the best. So let's find out. If you don't know, what's her name?
Jane Don't.
Jane Don't, thank you. Jane Don't was the winner of the Rusical, and we were all happy about that because, like we said, she did her thing. But the runway child, that's where we really saw it all shine for her. Because really, it was the runway. She won it all. So we're going to show it. The runway child was called Beige Against the Machine. And if you're a certain age, you know, there's a rock group called Rage Against the Machine. Hello.
Yes, I enjoy them. I listened to them when they were popular.
You know, now since when I watched this, I said I regret not knowing a lick of what they sang because they were so popular.
Very political. He was already like, a lot of people are into them now because of the way that he was talking about government corruption and control and like, you know, like all of that. It was very much like kind of it was like a screamy, it wasn't really rap, I wouldn't call it, but like it was, you know, he spoke. So but it was it's really
like a
fun.
Post Malone.
No, I'm trying to think of somebody like now that is similar. But they really kind of were revolutionary for their time. But it's fun for me to see the younger generations watching, or listening to them because it really resonates with what we're dealing with our current government now because they were very anti-corrupt government and stuff. So,
oh girl, I missed it because I love a good militant moment. You know,
yeah,
that's just how I was raised. I'm just saying,
go
you know.
listen.
Hey.
Yeah,
I love it. So this is Mikey Meeks, y'all, of the whatever Meeks. I forget where she's from. And this is
I think she's just from Florida. I don't think she's I think it's the
she's
house.
a Florida girl too?
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are giving pleather realness. A little boring if you ask me, not just because of the color, but yeah, it was meh. It was all right.
This reminds me of like a Sharon Stone look, but my problem is, I think I agree with Bianca. The hair is too flat. This is a little bit like too low-key drag for the runway.
So should have had more of a bouffant up, or
I think
bigger,
so.
more volume. What?
Almost do like a Patsy from Absolutely Fabulous, you know? Like some kind of wicked hair, or even like a Miranda Priestley bouffant overly done, you know, just something exaggerated. And if you were going to do this slick back look, have it super like puffed up, maybe bigger, almost cartoony. I just think that, like you said, the whole outfit there needed to be something absurd to take it to the next level.
I think had she did her hairline, not in the standard baby hair, cowlicks types of baby hair, but kind of make it so that it's just a little a wave of hair, you know, on both sides. That could have added some flair a little bit.
Something. It just fell a little flat for me. It was cool, but like it was, yeah. Her whole package though is a little subdued. I'm curious to see what her glow up looks like.
Girl, we know I'm just, unless something drastic happens, we're gonna see that at the end because she gonna make it towards the final whatever, the 3, 4 girl.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna be one of the later queens.
Bye, girl. And now we got Darlene Mitchell. I agree.
I'm not seeing the photo on the. I'm not seeing the photo. If you're showing them.
Oh, let me see. Oh, showing, girl. Hold on. Oh my goodness.
You want Flash Mikey back up there real quick?
That's exactly. Think alike to a certain
extent.
Well,
man, I'm sorry. That's like kind of like call me Captain Obvious. I mean, I know you're smart enough to do that.
You see it now? Sorry, my bad, y'all.
Yeah, yep.
So this is what I mean. If the hairline had some drama to it, maybe
Really
that could have
weird.
added a little flair. But yeah,
Yeah.
flat.
No, need to be poofier in a beehive, something like a bigger flip, like a crazy, back and then a flip. I don't know. That hairline is real weird. Ooh. Yeah. Because the suit needed to have dramatic hair to bring it to life.
Mm-hmm. Now, here we go. Darlene Mitchell of the Los Angeles Mitchells. I appreciated this. I agree with Bianca. The hair was atrocious, but everything else
Agreed.
I loved. I mean, this is tea.
Darlene and the shoes sucked. Okay, Darlene, you have a thing here. This is in the vein of the shake, shake, shake look, where you can do weird high fashion with that long, tall body and you're beautiful. And you can also do that low level, Indiana woman, kind of redneck. You can do that. Just don't do it together. Don't do it together because it doesn't quite work. It's close, but if you had a different hair and just kept high fashion with this and had on some stilettos instead of those nude platforms, you would have kilt. This is cute.
Yes.
But the accessories took away from it.
Wonderful.
I love you, Darlene, though. You really you're very endearing.
Yeah, she's grown on me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I think she won't make it to the final. Just saying.
No, she won't. And everybody will cry when she goes home.
Girl, yeah, they cry now, girl.
It was, they got us.
Can you please her? I agree. Everything until you get to the bottom of the dress. As per Bianca Del Rio.
Same. Yep. Bianca
doing the most. Face. Yes, ma'am. Yes. And she brought the makeup down. Thank you. I'm glad she's listening. Girl, you look great. But girl, that bottom, it was like,
where's the rest of the dress?
I mean, it's still good, but it could have been better with something, lining.
It needed to be all of that material, the whole dress.
I can see that wrapped around or just the material.
You could easily do that crepey thing that they've got going on around the whole dress. You could have worked with that material. And then look at how yucky the seam is on that too. That where the legs start.
Yeah, it does look a little.
They're up. Amateur. They're up is wonderful. They're up. Now go down. No. Nope, not lined.
Wrinkled.
And look at that opening. That's not. Yeah. Sorry. This is fine though. Solid. This is safe. That's a safe. You ain't going anywhere this episode.
Bye, girl.
Yeah.
Juicy Love Dion of the Florida Love Dion's.
Of the Dion's. Yes.
How much more this accordion she gonna beautiful, but girl, I was like, what's that? Oh, that's the accordion effect, girl.
Here's my note for Juicy. Beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns. You are too little for some of these proportions. Look how low the waist is on this. And it's not supporting the feminine illusion. You don't pad, you don't corset. I mean, you do, but it's not. Naomi Smalls doesn't wear any pads, but that woman creates shape through the way she corsets and the choices she makes with the cuts of her clothes on her body. This is a very striking outfit for just being what it is. But when you look at the proportions on her, it just doesn't work. So it's still beautiful and cool, but I think most of her costumes have been too big for her and not fitted where it needs to be to perpetuate the art of feminine illusion, female impersonation. I like
Y'all
to see
heard
her in
it.
a wig this time, though.
Y'all heard what she said. Mm-hmm.
It was
Yet
cool.
still, it looks good, you know.
Yeah, no.
But
And I think she obviously worked with the same designer on a lot of things because we do have a theme with some of the kind of stuff, which is fine. If you want to bring a cohesive package, cool. Like it may bite you in the butt though, because sometimes the judges tell you they're bored with your stuff. But yeah, my biggest critique is this. All of this stuff, the proportions on all of this, like there were some, I think, adjustments that could have been made.
and here comes Grandma of the
Oh,
Grandma Dion. The only thing I had a problem with was
everything.
these what's these Papa, what is this? Those things that you put as decor on the floor next to
Those look like if you had like that. First of all, you could sweep your house. It looks like a decorative broom.
girl.
No, this is one of the worst. This is so bad. This is so bad. This is horrible. This is just so bad. Go home. This is a boot. This is a lawnmower, as
Oh
Trinity and Sean.
no.
No, it's so ugly. It doesn't even know what it wants to be. What is happening? Oh no.
I like it. Except
Hate
for
it.
those two things shooting out
Look at how.
feathers.
Look at that stupid dress all around it. Oh no, this is horrible. And why the
What?
proportion? No, this is awful. This is a cake decoration nightmare. No,
Oh.
this is so tacky and terrible. No. No, look at how weird. Do those things match? Not in any way. And then why would you have those things? I mean, why would you have such a complicated headdress right next to your shoulders? And why would you have that big old ugly bow? No.
Oh, I liked
Well,
it. Bye,
sometimes we
girl.
don't.
Discord of the slow walking Adams.
Oh my God.
Girl, if you don't hurry up.
She was funny. I'm coming, Mom. She played into it. Discord's funny. She's cute. I think, yeah. God,
I
she does
like it.
her.
Let's look a little closer.
She
Okay.
does her eyes really good. Like she really does. I liked the wig.
I was just about to say the hair was tea for real, for real.
Yeah, cute. Finally,
I
she wore a
liked it.
wig. It was all
Let's see what
right.
the
It
clothes look like.
wasn't that great. I
Okay.
think it was definitely toward the bottom, but it was okay. It wasn't horrible. There was way worse right before her. You just liked it because of how bad the one before it was.
I like Athena, except for them.
I know you do, but I'm gonna
shooting out her shoulders.
no. I still stand.
Swiffer realness.
We all make poor choices sometimes. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh Lord. Moving on, child. Nene Coco said, "Fuck all y'all. I'm here. I'm gonna give what it gives." And Nene turned it, and she looked great. Even the attitude on the floor, like, yeah, bitch, yeah. She was just giving real attitude, and I love that. And that's just mug. I know you've complimented her before. The mug. Hello.
She has some of the best makeup I think of the girls period. That split eye thing she does, that is really cool. This was another one that needed to be elevated for me. I needed way bigger hair. I needed the suit to be more corseted. Her waist was as thick as her shoulders, damn near. This needed to be pumped up. So this was a solid safe for me, but like you need to have and if you're not gonna corset till you can't breathe, then you need to have the darts in the jacket give you like really severe to show like that kind of triangle, big shoulder, tiny waist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just fell a little flat for me. This was cool, but it needed to be dragified because, and the hair needed to be bigger. Like you can still do that same haircut, but just have it poofier on top to give yourself more like shape.
Mm. You heard that, Nene? That's what you got to do.
I mean, sometimes that woman wows me, but not tonight. It was just solid.
Now, we say the best for last. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, girl, that's why she won. Girl, this was my girl. Mae West, Patti LaBelle, who else is grand and just looks good? Just girl. I love this.
Yeah, I mean, she was going for Mae West, and there was really no other person you would think of. I mean, maybe Hello Dolly, maybe, some Bette Midler, Carol Channing, maybe something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
To the flow.
My only critique is I do agree with Bianca. I didn't need the feather. I know she's doing a upscale Mae West, so that was probably there. That's why it's included. I just feel like you could have had something else there instead. Maybe some feathers, like long, skinny ones or something to I know those are feathers, but I mean like the kind that are like, like a single long plume kind of thing instead of those. But this is
yes.
right. But that's just a minor nitpick, honestly. It really is. Wow. And just the way she cinched and all
girl, of it. Okay, hand on the hip. Just let you know, look here.
I had no problem with the wig. Bianca made another comment about the wig. My only dislike was I didn't love the feathers, but I understand why they were there.
Velvet.
Yeah, just opulent.
Good velvet.
Opulent. And here's how you do fake fur, ladies. You don't ever need to do real. This looks great.
Wonderful. She won. She was so grateful. She
did.
She
spanked this. Yeah.
I think this looked put her over the top to win this week. Had she came in less stunning, it probably could have went the other way.
Yeah, or if Mikey was like even more like wow factor, but Mikey, like I said, Mikey has an understated runway almost every time. So
congratulations, Jane Don't. And Plasma, who was on the pit stop with Blanca, is just rooting for her. She called her Jane Do.
Yes.
Jane Do. Oh, y'all, please go watch that. That was so funny.
Had me cackling, howling. They are always entertaining to me. Don't get me wrong. I always enjoy the pit stop. I truly do. Some are better than others. This was hilarious. The two of them together, you will laugh out loud at least once. There were like 3 times where they got me so bad. So it's worth a watch.
They're both quick-witted, insulting. They know how to bounce off of each other. I can see them doing something again.
Yeah, they were very fun. Shout out to Plasma. Your glow up is wonderful. You look great.
Heck yeah.
Looking wonderful.
The Crocs. That's it.
Oh, well, that contour, when she got on the season, that contour, my God, she is a soft, beautiful lady now. Shout out to Plasma.
So now we find out who were at the bottom, child, and it is grandma and granddaughter. OMG, stop the press. And of course, Selena Gomez and her husband, and Gracie Adams. Shout out to Gracie Abrams with the song Call Me When You Break Up. Sung by Selena. Was Benny singing?
No, I'm sure he produced the song.
Yeah, I didn't hear. They don't play the whole song, but the part I heard was just
Oh yeah,
Selena.
no, he like I said, he's a songwriter, music producer. Like, yeah,
Okay.
so he's done so many hits that we all know and love.
And Juicy won. Bye, Athena.
I mean, we knew this was going to happen. You knew they were going to put them to get up against each other. I mean, that's just a given. You can't have family members on the show and not have to face off. That's just going to happen. So, and then, you know what? I loved it. Juicy didn't annihilate her. She didn't flip and turn and do all kinds of stuff to like overperform. She didn't even dance that much. She just emoted, right? And they held and like at the end they interacted a way long time, which is not really necessarily natural to what's happening, but they gave us a effing show in a moment. I got teary-eyed, right? Like, you felt the emotion there. I think they really like talked about how they are closer than maybe even mother and daughter, because Athena has gotten Juicy through some like a rough transition, and was there for her when a lot of people walk away because they need to for boundary's sake. So this was a poignant moment, and we knew it was coming. We knew Rue wanted this for TV. They won another Emmy. They want to beat Traitors.
Even if it came down to a later moment, maybe at the end of them, if we had to choose the actual winner or crown the winner, it was going to be Juicy, only because she's better at it than Athena. Sorry, not sorry. So far, she has been.
Well, she certainly has better fashion choices.
I mean, well, that one blue number may have sparked controversy. However, with all of the talents, all of the creativity, I think Juicy was going to win anyway. If it came down to them too. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, and yes. Athena, you are a solid drag entertainer. It's undeniable.
Mm-hmm.
Your Joan Collins was spectacular. That's the one that if I had to look at a highlight, your Evil Eye costume was interesting. But the Joan Collins was stunning. And you always contribute. You could have stayed. Like, you were contributing solidly, every time. It just, we knew this day was coming, and here we are. And we knew that, just like you said, that it was probably going to end. It was going to end this way.
And just to give a final, Mr. Lopez, they gave a in memoriam, and we wish nothing but the best for his loved ones, and he will be missed. May he rest in peace. Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your contributions while you were here to one of the shows that we love so much.
Definitely. Y'all, that was it. That's the show. I don't think we missed anything.
No, we didn't.
Jane won 5K, if I didn't mention that.
Oh, I have to say, Nene putting on Kenya's underwear was
girl.
And Kenya putting on Juicy's underwear. Who was it? Or somebody's?
I think it was Mikey's.
Oh, it was Mikey's. There we go.
Somebody little.
But Nene putting on that was very funny. That was funny, ladies. You were funny. That made me laugh. Yeah. Putting on a leotard.
And when I mentioned earlier how some of the queens felt like they, needed some validation, that's how Discord was in the beginning, but I haven't seen that since. So I think she may have, learned a little something.
You know, Discord made a comment at Roscoe's viewing party. That's another recommendation to check out if you want to
Yes,
get some
y'all.
kind of
Please do.
some tea about the show, because the queens always share a little bit like this is what was going on while we were filming type of thing. Oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. That she goes, if I didn't think I was on the spectrum before watching this show, I've like confirmed that I am.
Ooh.
And the thing that I love about Discord is like she's really funny, and like she's also like she kind of gets it, because remember how many TikToks she's been doing about her little funny little walk and like whatever, like she's a little oddball, but she also is kind of in on all of it too. So like she's that really good balance of herself but also self-aware, and we might not get to see that enough in the show, but I really enjoy that about Discord, and I just wanted to shout that out because that wasn't really showing through in the first half of the season. But when she was all, I'm coming, mama, you know, like I feel, and then also seeing her explain a lot of stuff on Roscoe's, I enjoy Discord that much more because I'm like, okay, she's more self-aware than we thought. Still quirky.
Yes, big ups to Discord for making that change. I think I see a slight difference where I'm old attitude is no longer.
Yeah.
Don't prove me wrong now. Come episode 10.
I know, right? Like it comes raging back, and we're all like, well, damn.
Well, you know, y'all should have, girl. Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
You know, I did watch what's coming up next, but I forgot. Can you imagine?
My recording cut off before I got to see,
What
so
was it?
my DVR.
Anywho, we gonna find out next week. Well, at the end of the week when we review again, we got some shows coming through. Our usual and customary shows, of course, the Southern Charm of it all, the Rich Heifers of Beverly Hills of it all, and of course, RuPaul's Drag Race coming through. As long as you are subscribed, you will know. You will get that notification. That means the parentheses is around the bell. And if you haven't clicked it, make sure you do. It may be black, it may be white. It has changed colors over the last months. But nevertheless, stay subscribed and you will know what's going down over on this channel. Now, any last words for this episode, ma'am?
Just thank you for the entertainment, everybody.
Yes.
Bravo. It was a solid show, and I love you all.
Ditto. And thanks again to my co-host for holding me down during this weird morning of this, that, and the third, but that's okay. We had a great show, I think. We pulled it off. And if you are coming in late, go ahead and do the replay thing. It was a great show, y'all. We really enjoyed lots of audio, and a lot of visuals coming from the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Now, before we go, please let us know where they can find you when you're not talking ish with me.
You can catch me on Facebook, Psychic Aaron Boyd, but I am more active on Instagram and Threads, psychic_ELB. Hit me up in the DMs if you would like to get a psychic reading, or please just friend me on social media. Let's build our community.
Yes, and thanks again to my co-host for holding it down. And we're going to tune out and we will see y'all. And don't forget to treat a woman. This month, it is Women's History Month. Yes.
Treat yourself. Treat yourself.
Hello, yes. Yes, ditto. All right, y'all. Bye. RAERAES.